The IED blast should have killed everyone. Captain Lisa Morrison stood at the crater site in Afghanistan, staring at the wreckage of the MRAP that had hit the buried explosive. The vehicle was destroyed completely. The front axle had been blown 50 meters away. The armor plating was shredded like paper. 12 soldiers had been inside that vehicle. All 12 had survived. Morrison was an EOD officer, Explosive Ordnance Disposal. She'd investigated hundreds of IED attacks over 3 deployments. Attacks where nobody survived. Attacks where the casualty reports read 12 Kia. Vehicle destroyed. No remains recoverable. But not this time. Morrison returned to FOB Sharana and headed to the field hospital where the survivors were being treated. She found Sergeant Mike Foster, the vehicle commander, his right arm in a sling, his face covered in bruises and cuts, but very much alive. "Sergeant Foster, I'm Captain Morrison, EOD. I need to ask you some questions about the attack." Foster nodded. "Yes, ma'am." "Can you describe what happened? From your perspective inside the vehicle." "We were en route Mamba, heading back to base. Standard convoy formation. No unusual activity. Then the blast. Everything went white. Felt like getting hit by a freight train. Vehicle lifted off the ground, slammed back down. I blacked out for a few seconds. When I came to, we were all screaming, checking each other, trying to figure out who was hurt. And everyone was conscious. Not immediately. Rodriguez was out for maybe 30 seconds. Chun had a concussion. But yeah, everyone came around. Broken bones, bleeding, but we were all there, all alive." Morrison nodded slowly. "Sergeant, I've investigated attacks with smaller IEDs that killed everyone. This blast IED attacks. They usually shattered into fragments, allowing the explosive force to penetrate and kill the wearer. This plate was different. It was heavier than standard issue, thicker. The ceramic composition looked different, more layers, denser material. Morrison pulled out her phone and took photos of the plate, then checked the manufacturer stamp on the back. Centurion Defense Systems, Level 4, Enhanced Ceramic. Not the standard military supplier, and not the standard protection rating. "Sergeant Foster, where did you get this plate?" "I don't know, ma'am. It was in my vest when it was issued to me. Same as everyone else in the unit." Morrison's mind raced. "When were you issued this armor?" "About 6 months ago, from the arms room here at Sharana." "And the others in your vehicle?" "Same. We all got our gear from the same place." Morrison walked through the hospital, checking every survivor from the attack. All 12 had been wearing body armor. All 12 had the same upgraded ceramic plates. Level 4 enhanced. Not standard issue. Heavier. Better. Manufactured by a company that didn't supply the US military through normal procurement channels. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to Army Story so you never miss these true tales of courage. And tell us in the comments, where are you watching from today? Morrison returned to her office and made a call to the base supply officer, Captain James Rodriguez. Captain, I need you to run an audit. Body armor issued from the FOB Sharana Arms Room over the past 5 years. Paper trail. No purchase orders. No receiving documents. They just appeared in inventory. Morrison leaned back. Someone has been secretly upgrading body armor for 5 years. And nobody noticed. Apparently not, ma'am. Who manages that arms room? Master Sergeant Chun. He's been our armorer for 18 years. Morrison felt the pieces clicking into place. Get him in here. Now. 20 minutes later, Master Sergeant David Chun stood at attention in Morrison's office. He was 58 years old, thin, with graying hair and wire-rimmed glasses. He looked like someone who'd spent decades managing inventory and maintaining equipment. He looked nervous. Master Sergeant Chun, Morrison said, I'm Captain Morrison EOD. I've been investigating an IED attack from 4 days ago. 12 soldiers survived an explosion that should have killed them. Do you know why? Chun was quiet for a moment. Then, because they were wearing better armor, ma'am. Better armor that you provided. Yes, ma'am. Armor that doesn't appear in any official records. No, ma'am. Morrison studied him. Master Sergeant, where did those plates come from? Chun hesitated. Then he reached into his pocket and pulled out a small notebook. Old, worn pages. Sir. Morrison leaned forward. Why? Why would you do this? Chun looked up, meeting her eyes. Because in 2014, 3 soldiers from the 3rd Brigade were killed in an IED attack, ma'am. I examined their armor afterward. Standard issue. Properly maintained, but inadequate. The plates shattered. The soldiers died. And I realized the armor we were giving them wasn't good enough. He paused, his voice steady but quiet. I researched better options. Found level 4 enhanced plates. They cost more, but they saved lives. The military wasn't going to upgrade budget constraints, procurement processes. It would take years. So I decided to upgrade them myself. You upgraded them yourself, Morrison repeated. For 5 years. Yes, ma'am. I kept records. He held up the notebook. Every soldier, every date, every plate, every cost. Morrison took the notebook and opened it. Page after page of careful handwriting. Date, March 15, 2014. Soldier, Specialist James Burke. Unit, 3rd Brigade. Plate type, Level 4 Enhanced. Cost, $1,694. Total, $1,694. Date, April 3, 2014. Soldier. Chun flipped to a summary page at the back of a notebook. 47 soldiers, ma'am, all wearing my upgraded plates, all in IED attacks, all survived. Morrison sat back slowly. 47 soldiers, 47 IED attacks, 0 deaths. Master Sergeant Chun, she said quietly, you saved 47 lives. I gave them better armor, ma'am. They saved themselves. With armor you paid for, out of your own pocket, without asking for anything in return. Chun nodded. Yes, ma'am. Rodriguez was staring at Chun like he was seeing him for the first time. Master Sergeant, why didn't you tell anyone? Why keep it secret? Chen's expression was sad. Because if people knew, they'd make me stop. They'd say it was against regulations. Unauthorized procurement. Breach of supply chain protocol. They'd take the plates away. And soldiers would die with standard armor when they could have lived with better armor. Morrison realized he was right. The military bureaucracy would have shut him down immediately. Rules, regulations, proper channels. David Chun had saved 47 lives by ignoring all of it. Master Sergeant, Morrison said, I need to report this. What you did, it's going to create problems. Big problems. I know, ma'am. You could face disciplinary action, maybe even criminal charges for unauthorized equipment modifications. I know, ma'am. Was it worth it? Chin met her eyes. 47 soldiers are alive, ma'am. Defense was called to testify. Meanwhile, something else was happening at FOB Sharana. Soldiers were lining up outside the arms room, not to turn in weapons or check out equipment, to thank Chun. Sergeant Mike Foster was first. He walked in, saw Chun behind the counter doing routine paperwork, and stood at attention. Master Sergeant Chun, I want to thank you. For my life. Chun looked uncomfortable. You don't need to thank me, Sergeant. Yes, I do. You spent $1,700 on my armor. You didn't know me anything, but you spent your own money to make sure I came home. I don't have words for that. Foster saluted. Not the quick, perfunctory salute of daily military routine. A slow, deliberate salute of profound respect. Chun returned it, tears visible in his eyes. Over the next week, 46 more soldiers came. Every one of Chen's 47. The soldiers who'd survived IED attacks while wearing his upgraded armor. They came one by one, or in small groups. Some brought their families. Some brought letters. Some just stood there, trying to find words to express gratitude for being alive. Chun kept working, kept doing his job, kept maintaining the arms room. But now, everyone knew what he'd done. The invisible armorer to duty far beyond the call of service. More importantly, the military changed its body armor procurement standards. Within 6 months, Level 4 enhanced plates became standard issue for all deploying soldiers. The upgrade Chun had been funding out of pocket became official policy. It would cost the military approximately $180 million to upgrade all body armor to the new standard. But it would save lives. And that, ultimately, was all that mattered. On his last day before retirement in 2020, Chun was called to a special formation. The entire base turned out, over 3,000 soldiers standing in neat rows. Lieutenant Colonel Sarah Mitchell, the base commander, stood at the front with a framed certificate. Master Sergeant Chun has served this nation for 36 years. For 18 of those years, he worked in the arms room here at FOB Sharana. Most of us barely noticed him. He was just the guy who managed the weapons, the guy behind the counter. She paused. But for 5 years, Master Sergeant Chun did something extraordinary. He spent $127,342 of his own money he could have used for retirement, for his family, for himself, to upgrade body armor for soldiers he barely knew. 47 of those soldiers were in IED attacks. All 47 survived. The formation was silent. Master Sergeant Chun never asked for recognition, never expected thanks. He just kept buying better armor, one set at a time. His rank. But because of what he'd done, Chun stood there overwhelmed, tears streaming down his face. He'd spent 5 years trying to be invisible, trying to help without being noticed. But some acts of heroism are too big to hide. Today, at the U.S. Army Ordnance School at Fort Lee, Virginia, there's a classroom named after Master Sergeant David Chun. On the wall is a display containing one of his upgraded ceramic plates, mounted next to his notebook. The 5-year record of 127 soldiers and $127,342. Below it, an inscription. Master Sergeant David Chun spent $127,342 of his own money over 5 years to upgrade body armor for 127 soldiers. 47 of those soldiers survived IED attacks that would have killed them with standard armor. He never asked for recognition. He just believed soldiers deserved better. This display reminds us that leadership isn't about rank or authority. It's about sacrifice and caring more about others than yourself. Every soldier who goes through Ordnance School sees that display, sees the notebook with its careful records, sees the upgraded plate that saved lives. And they learn that sometimes the greatest heroes are the ones nobody notices, the ones working quietly behind counters, the ones spending everything they have to protect people they barely know, the ones who prove that caring about soldiers isn't something you do because it's your job. It's something you do among us.